a woman, but I am not a staunch feminist. I believe in balance. Nothing influences my decision just based on the sex that you are in. However, there are certain type of men I cannot stand. So in this video, I want to talk about typical types of men make a woman's life hell, and it's really annoying to have them in your life. First type, I cannot stand a man who cannot take no for an answer. This is a man you have no history with. This wasn't an ex, this wasn't a lover, this wasn't a fling. Or these are people who you may just have been platonic friends with. You know that this guy friend wants something more with you, and therefore you cut it off, and you may have just denied them in the most respectful way. But these guys don't take no for an answer. So what they do, they slander you, they create stories which never existed. Because the woman probably is in love with somebody else and she probably doesn't even give a shit. And even if she's single, she's minding her own. And you get so pissed with this man to have imagined you in certain sexual ways that you almost wanna kill them. But then you feel so cheap to even be compared with these type of people. You don't even want to reach out or confront them if you know them, because you just want to mind your business. Because at the end of the day, if it's not you, it'll be another woman that they're going to target anyways. Next. God forbid you have a one-night stand or you have a fling with a man who's obsessive. This guy cannot let you go, and he will ruin every relationship that you get into, to a point he will know more about you than even you do. Why? Because they stalk you in every possible way, and that can be in person, social media. Any guy who they may know would want to get with you, they would claim you, or they would make you look so bad that nobody will ever approach you. And this is not a woman doing this. This is a man doing this who you happen to sleep with. And that was one of the biggest mistakes of your life. And you probably must have regretted instantly the next day. How many hookups have you had that you've regretted? Because many a times we do things we don't intend to when we are in a certain phase in life. But these guys just don't get over it. And they siphon your fucking energy. And in situations like this, advice, let your man know about men like this if you know of them. If they're attacking from the shadows, trust me, they cannot hold on to it for too long because they're so obsessive. It will show. They will have nothing to back it up with eventually. Next. I'm all for men wanting to be the provider. I actually like a man being in his masculine energy because I believe in traditional gender roles in certain aspects. However, these type of men who want to cut off a woman's wings just because they are threatened that she's going to do better than them in some way, shape or form, instead of supporting her, they instead want to make sure that she does not pursue her dreams, and if she pursues her dreams, they somewhere take that as a personal attack. But then there has to be a balance, because if the woman wants to go out and work or do whatever, this is a woman's passion and a dream. So if a man blocks a woman's passion and her dreams specifically, and whatever it may be, I feel a woman should have a conversation, and she has all the right to be pissed at her masculine. Next, this is the type of man who will go after his friend's girl on purpose. And this can be his present, his ex, whatever it may be, because this man knows that it's gonna hurt his friend if he somehow can spin a story around. You don't even give a shit about who this guy is, and if you were to see him, you're probably not going to give him another look. And unfortunately, many men who are jealous of other men, especially their friends' relationships, they really cause major damages to you, because they slander your name, because they use you as a pawn to hurt this man who happens to be your partner. And this is how they use you to attack and kill their ego. Unfortunately, these men are snakes, and I cannot stand them. Fifth, these are the type of men who think that their D game is the be all and the end all. There are one too many of them, but unfortunately, they take so much pride in what they carry that they do not think anything else is important. That is not enough. Not everybody's looking for a plastic. So many a times when you as a woman stand up to that, and if you're not impressed by it, they take that as a personal attack, because they think that you are all that on a bag of chips. In reality, you are looking for something deep, and you're looking for substance, because you're a woman with brains, intelligence, and some depth, and not just a woman who's looking at what they carry. Because there are many women like that too. Hey, I'm balanced. If a woman happens to meet a man who only uses his D to make an impression, and expect you to fall for them, that's going to be a major and a rude awakening. Next, men who compete with other women, especially. But this man is going to be all cool and chill with his boys. But when it comes to a woman, they side-eye women for some reason. I mean, that is so embarrassing for you as a man to hate women like that. And more so, this happens a lot in workplaces as well, where a man will compete with a woman instead of working with her collaboratively. Unfortunately, there are many women who are in a toxic alpha role, and that is a different topic. I'm talking about women who are doing their thing and who are also really confident in how they show up. And you don't need to be scared just because you're in a room full of men. If that intimidates men, then that is their problem. But you don't need to badmouth a woman just because she's not intimidated by you or your success, your beauty, whatever it may be. That woman is okay with where you are and she's okay with where she is. And she's standing on her own. And not every woman is after your money, your riches, and is not a gold digger. Next, an egotistical man who thinks he is superior to a woman when a woman apologizes and when a woman is submissive, when a woman silences her own masculine energy for a man and lets him have the last word. And instead of being grateful for a woman like this, he goes after women who is a bad bee, and I don't mean it in any bad way. Then that is a major problem because he starts putting you down just because you are letting his emotions have a space, even if it's not okay. And sometimes you may allow them to cross a boundary. Next, I love a man who appreciates my beauty, but I hate a man who objectifies me. Unfortunately, a lot of men think that flirting or getting your attention, especially if it is out and about in the open or if it's the first conversation, they want to objectify you. There's one way of appreciating a woman's beauty, and there's another way of you completely objectifying and disrespecting her. And again, there are different type of women who appreciate different type of things. I'm talking about women who like being appreciated and not objectified. And if you're going to objectify a woman who does not appreciate your idea of how to speak to a woman, especially when you first approach her to get her attention, and if you think that she is just here to hit it and quit it just because she looks a certain type, you're completely wrong. And you need to understand, this woman is seeing through your bullshit. And even if she is not rightfully saying no, don't confuse her beauty to her being dumb and her being nice flirting with you, because a woman can be beautiful and she can be intelligent as well. And that's where some men go wrong, because they put females in a box because of the type, and therefore they approach them in a certain way. But little do you understand, not every woman is the same. Next, when a man cheats on you in whatever capacity with your own friend or acquaintance, and to be in a place where you get betrayed by a man just because they are upset with you and they want to hit you where it hurts you the most is one of the worst things a man can do. You don't really know who to trust anymore, because this acquaintance or this friend who you thought had your best interest is actually a piece of shit. And I said it, everything is situational, but there are certain things that men do which really makes me question their masculinity and what are you doing and why are you attacking a woman? And if you don't like a woman, keep it to yourself. You don't need to go around and make a propaganda about it. And for good men, thank you for existing and thank you for being there. We love you. And I hope you continue to make an example, because women like us need men like you. We know the clear difference between you and boys. So thank you. I love you.